me.
Hello there! I am the Admiral. So good of you to join me here today for this brief yet somehow rather informative video about Ponderous Productions. So, what is Ponderous Productions? Well, as I learned recently, they're most definitely not a pickle packaging plant. Haha! That's alliteration, you know. Brilliant people out there at Ponderous, I say. Ponderous Productions is San Antonio's most creative video and film production company, specializing in imaginative, humorous, and dramatic commercial, music video, and motion picture production. With more than 20 feature-length films, over 50 music videos, and more than 100 fully produced commercial spots. Good God, that's a lot. They must be very tired people indeed at Ponderous. Anyway, Ponderous has proven time and time again its commitment to completing every project it starts. With experience in every aspect of video production, including writing, photography, editing, producing, and even animation, as evidenced by my charming self, Ponderous can dream it, they can create it. This is Ponderous.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Ponderous Productions is the independent film producer, truly Texas independent film producer in the state.
Anything you dream up, we'll find a way to do, and we have done.
We do action, adventure, comedy. No porn, hardly any romance. But we're good hell on the westerns and the action and the comedy and the adventure. Little science fiction, yeah.
I love it more than anything. I look forward to these 18, 20-hour days.
I enjoy the people I work with. I love what I'm doing, and they have taught me so much and brought me a long way in just 2 years.
Even if we weren't doing this, I'd still be hanging around with y'all.
Ponderous Productions began as the brainchild of founder Brett William Mauser.
When I first picked up my grandfather's Super 8mm camera, I think that's when I knew this was a pretty cool thing to do. This was kind of fun.
Mr. Mauser had the privilege of learning very early on what he wanted to do with his life. But it wasn't until he reached high school that filmmaking became a passion with Brett. I should know, I was there with him. That crazy bugger had me leap down a flight of stairs just because he thought it would be funny. And actually, it was pretty funny. Hilarious, I tell you.
Eventually in high school, I picked up a family friend's VHS video camera and made a stupid little movie with it. So I had to save up some money and buy my first VHS camera from an electronics store at the mall. I think it was used.
Kind of blew up from being a high school, hanging out with your buddies. Well, it's still kind of do that.
From then on out, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to let anything stop me. So I just continued to chase my dream.
Beginning with short video spoofs of spy movies and adventure serials, Brett founded Mauser Home Studios in his senior year of high school.
There was a couple, probably 2 or 3 films that I did that were little spy spoofs, and they've been lost over the years. I wish I could have them back.
Look out, he's got a henchman!
There's only a couple things that were legitimately funny, but I still would like to have them in my hands.
With the introduction of the 2 new song, This is Ponderous, Brett and his friends found the name of their new production company, Ponderous Productions. Using his talent and skill as a video producer, Brett completed short video projects for his high school classes in order to receive extra credit. And a few passing grades, I should say. They included spoofs of Tale of Two Cities and Macbeth.
I should now be the King of Scotland, but only one thing lies in my way. The King of Scotland.
Yes, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and all that. Brilliant, so they say. Pish posh. Have you met Tammy the Shrew? It's a complete rip-off of that moonlighting episode. Upon graduating high school, Brett attended San Antonio College, where he received his degree in radio, television, and film, continuing to make short-format video projects including Tumble Nerd and Murphy's Law, a film about a rabbit man-eating pizza. Rabbit man-eating pizza concept is outrageous, but you know, it still managed to receive Best Film Production in the San Antonio RTF Awards. That same year, Brett won an award for Best Video News Package. In 1994, Ponderous completed its first science fiction film, Right Here Waiting. In 1995, Ponderous Productions relocated to Colorado. Between 1995 and 2000, Ponderous Productions completed the feature films Return to Innocence, Tag, and Blue Moon, the precursor to Ponderous Productions' epic film project, The Innocence Saga.
Because I didn't start Blue Star to try and change the past. I started it to find out the answers to questions people have always been asking. Think about it. We could take this to Daley Plaza and find out the mystery behind the Kennedy assassination. We could take it to Egypt and find out how they built the pyramids.
Oh, we could take it to LA and figure out how they got TJ Hooker on the air.
Who cares about time travel? With this machine, we could see who really killed JFK. We could see how they built the pyramids. Depending on the range of this thing, we could even watch the earth being created. Maybe even see the face of God. Prove his existence, or lack thereof.
In February of 1997, Ponderous Productions was established as a partnership between Brett Mauser and fellow producer Ty A. Fish. Ty A. Come now, is that his actual name? Really? You're joking! Who the hell names a child Ty A. Fish? Utilizing his older films and creating new comedy sketches, Brett established a 3 8-episode miniseries for the public access channel Denver Community Television.
He was shot in the back of the head with what looks like a 45. We're still waiting for the autopsy report.
Doesn't sound all that bad.
Here's the kicker. He was shot in the back of the head with a 45.
His production efforts led to his first position in the television and film industry. Between 1997 and 2000, Brett worked as a production assistant for Denver Community Television, assisting other local producers with their programs and PSAs. That's public service announcement, you see. Returning to Texas, Brett established Ponderous Productions as a Texas-based company. Well, a good show out, man, I tell you. Everything's bigger in Texas, so they say. Ha ha! Ponderous was incorporated in Temple, Texas, while Brett was working his first television news position as Bell County correspondent for the ABC affiliate KXXV in Waco. While in Temple, Brett produced several informative videos for the city of Killeen and Temple, receiving the Videographer Award for a project documenting the city of Killeen municipal court system.
So what do you do if you receive a citation?
You have 10 working days to come and take care of your ticket. And if you don't, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
It's the year 2024, and Temple, Texas has changed. Coming to News 25 this November, The Watchmen.
Today we are on the set of The Watchmen.
In 2002, Ponderous Productions began the production of a television pilot called The Night Watchman. Night with a K, you see. Very British. I like that. I can't complain. No way. Airing in Central Texas on KXXV, the first 2 episodes received ratings that surpassed the WB's ever would and later received the Telly Award for low-budget independent film.
You're a little fish, a big pond.
You know, that's a pretty poetic analogy for a vile infestation of humanity like yourself.
Well, thank you very much.
After casting Latin hip-hop artist Capone in The Night Watchman, Brett began shooting and editing music videos for local international artists, including videos for Capone,
Wanna see an OG little homie take a photo, puro respecto from Cali to Foro. Por eso, Simone Capo's back, el mero chingón de Chicano rap. Por eso.
United Kingdom sensation Rachel Stamp, international hip-hop artist Quinto Soul, and even gospel artist Cynthia Jones.
Well, don't you look down on nobody. You ain't too good not to speak.
His music videos can be seen on national networks such as BET, MTV2, Mundos, the Gospel Network, and the Word Network. Other local artists that have benefited from music video production by Ponderous Productions are hip-hop artist SKS, AITF,
This is for my players and my ballers and my G's. Everybody in the family. Do you wanna come and take a ride with me? We can show you how to really party.
820 Riders,
So it's time to die. You created your dead. Breathe in and breathe out for me. The last breath. Hear your homie scream while my business is done. Bleed in and bleed out for me. The last blood.
Breeze, and Thyra.
Help me try to ease the pain. I'm unstable and I'm going through things. I know time flies by and life don't last. I just think you took hills too fast.
immortal soldiers.
We roll. From the north to the south, we roll. From the east to the west, we roll. And then the haters want beef with us. We roll. Looking for work,
The Circle.
Just pray for me, just pray for me. I can't wait to tell my mama I'm finally up out of this drama. She don't got to sit around and wonder.
Tray 7.
Grab your number 2 pencil sign. Take your seat and listen, need your undivided attention. By now you should know about the round 101. Classes in session, need a lesson 101. You in the right place, grab your number 2 pencil sign.
And DJ Payback Garcia.
Come on, no! Tengo sangre de azteca y corazón de león. I'm a lion heart, homie, I'm a rip one from.
In the mix with Milwaukee's very own DJ Payback Garcia.
Gospel artists include Perfect Vision, Cornell Cut,
When I was tired of running, I fell on bending knees.
and William Taylor.
This is what we need today. I think it's time to get down on my knees and call Jesus. I'm calling your name. I'm calling your name.
After the success of Night Watchman, Ponderous Productions began production of a Latin horror film, Last Blood, which later became Cartel Killers. What a bloody disaster that was. The poor blokes didn't even have lights or microphones. But did that stop them? Of course not! Though many of us wish it had. Amazingly, this film was sold to national distributor Silver Nitrate alongside its prequel, Barrio Angels, and can be found in Blockbuster video stores nationwide. Show you. Put hot chicks on a motorcycle on a cover box and you bloody Yanks will buy anything, won't you? Rounding out the Last Blood trilogy is Shadow Dragon, which was released by York Entertainment and can be found at Blockbuster Online, Netflix, and in Russia, Turkey, and Thailand. Now, believe it or not, the movie actually makes much more sense when you watch it in Russian.
Что? Что я сказал?
Послушай, я тебе расскажу. Думаешь, у меня есть какая-то система, а? Хорошо, хорошо, это, конечно, лучше, чем играть вообще без системы. Да, вот ты сказал. Или это будет бумага?
Ты всегда показываешь камень, приятель. Пока.
Shortly after the release of these 3 films, Ponderous Productions began production of A Dog's Life. It was the first film launched under Ponderous Productions' distribution label. Films to follow Dog's Life would be a remake of the 1998 Ponderous film Tag, The Bad Mojo Project, and Second to Last Worst Day of My Life. The feature film White and Black placed and was an official selection at the Twin Rivers Media Festival. Utilizing the technology of DVD authoring, Ponderous Productions also created an interactive DVD game called Don't Islamic Vampire Terrorists Suck? I suppose what terrorists do.
Brady gave me like 10 copies of that DVD, that video CD, and so I'm like handing them out to everyone I know, you know? And people are making copies of them and stuff.
What the hell was that back there? Islamic vampire terrorist.
All over San Antonio, and I guess it's like almost like a little tiny cult thing among like really weird God people, you know?
People are asking for his autograph.
People are asking. I went into a club one time, and people asked me for my autograph. They're like, "You're the kill guy."
Vampire lawyer.
In this movie, the viewer uses their remote control to make decisions for the characters on screen, like a Choose Your Own Adventure for a DVD. Genius, I tell you! Brilliant! This feature was later revisited as a bonus feature in the film After the Day, which received high praise from internet movie website Film Threat. Between 2002 and the summer of 2007, Ponderous Productions completed production of 12 feature-length motion pictures, including Seal Rabbit, also receiving rave reviews from online magazine Film Threat, the sexy action crime drama The Ballerina, and they also began the incredibly popular internet series War Dogs. Must be simply brilliant to be on that show. I imagine if I were to be on that show, I might be an admiral of some type. In October of 2007, Ponderous Productions began the year-long task of completing the 10-film epic production, The Innocence Saga. 10 continuous feature-length films based in the Ponderous universe that help tie all of Ponderous's other films together.
Ponderous Productions would not exist if the idea of the saga never came into Brett's head. All of the films outside of the saga, to Brett, were practice for the saga. The saga was the ultimate goal for Ponderous Productions.
It is a collaboration of actors, production assistants, producers, editors, fight choreographers to come together and create something and do something that's never been done before. 10 consecutive films shot in 1 year. We were able to do it from October of 2007 to October of 2008. And I was able to see this dream come true with the help and support of some very talented and devoted individuals, and I thank every single one of them.
Set over a period of 150 years, this time travel epic voyages from present day to the 1940s and 1881 Tombstone, Arizona, before springing forward to the apocalyptic year of 2027. How is a Texas-based production able to accomplish all of these motion pictures, music videos, and commercials in such a small amount of time with such a limited budget? Simply put, it's the people. It's the people who make Ponderous, well, Ponderous.
Ponderous Productions is a group of family and friends that get together and express their creativity through movies and films.
I don't know whether they adopted me or I adopted them, but this is my new home where I can feel relaxed, be myself, and use my mind in the best way that God created me to do.
I love it more than anything. I look forward to these 18, 20-hour days, which probably majority of people out there probably couldn't say that, because it actually is an entertainment for me. Even though it's a lot of hard work, it is very enjoyable. Even when you have the stressful days and you're wanting to kill somebody, it's still way more enjoyable than sitting behind a desk at a cubicle for 8-9 hours. I love it. I love it to death.
I love the job. I think that it gives, especially for those who work here, the greatest potential to advance in what it is that they do. In my case, editing, directing, filming. For Jake, it's acting and producing. For Sergio, it's props. DeMarcus, it's art. All of us get to have full creative control over the things that we do, and we grow and advance and win more awards because of it.
Every time we're on set, I enjoy it. Behind the scenes, we have such a great time. Ponderous is like a family. It's not, yeah, here's a crew. It's a crew against the cast, against the production team.
Just so much fun and so down to earth. You know, nothing like where I've been to some other sets and stuff where the people just act so snotty, stuck up, and don't want to give you the time of day.
It's really not a cliche to call ourselves, a lot of us, family, because we have holiday dinners together. We celebrate holidays together. We really are a family. We stick behind each other. We support each other. We defend each other. Probably even more so than many normal families.
Coming back and after 2.5 years and doing a few scenes and then just feeling the chemistry, waiting the 2.5 years, and then like, oh, now we're back, and it's just, man, like we just never left. It was boom, we're just right back into character. Boom, boom, boom.
We're a group with a common goal and a common belief in what we're doing and what we want to do with our lives.
At the helm is Brett Mauser. I think we've talked about him enough. So let's discuss the other wonderful minds that made this production company what it is. Coming on board in 2004 as producer for Barrio Angels is Bradley Bates.
Came back from the military. A friend of mine owned the WB affiliate in Corpus Christi. Started working for them.
Do we really need to go back to the WB days, man? Oh. Geez.
And accidentally, Brett started working for them because he actually turned down a higher paying job to go with the WB because it gave him more free reign with his creativeness and the commercial and the the production side of it.
We met while working at the WB affiliate in Corpus Christi, and he proved himself to be quite a humorous chap.
He thought I was kind of like a boring, no personality, because I was in that like real professional zone where you go out and you have to go sell and stuff like that. So I was being very professional and very calm. And so he thought I was boring as hell until he put me into one of the commercials and I got goofy. He's like, oh, well, maybe he does have personality. And then me and him started hanging out after hours and during hours, doing goofy commercials and coming up with crazy ideas.
What do you think, honey?
I love it.
Get out.
Did you hear something?
What?
We did our first movie together, Barrio Angels, while I was there. And
I don't remember exactly how it came about, but I knew I was going to make Barrio Angels, and I asked him, hey, do you want to produce? The poor guy thought producing meant running around getting him a whole bunch of money, which I guess in most circumstances it is, but he hadn't worked with a Ponderous production before. He was very pleased to find out it was just going around finding locations and finding actors, and he did a terrific job in Barrio Angels.
Assisting in everything from lighting to casting, Bradley is also the official in-house photographer for Ponderous Productions.
The bald guy?
from blowing up cars and flipping them, that was fun. Barrio Angels. Wrecking cars. Throwing myself out of the back of a truck. I got a kissing scene.
I still remember giving Brad 2 days to find a midget to put in the original Serial Rabbit, and he did, and that's a credit to his name.
I did actually accidentally become cool in a few shots, so I guess I could throw that into my favorites, like when I pulled up the gun and I was Doughboy. Oh, beating the out of an old lady. Beating the poo out of an old lady with a frozen thing of cookie dough.
I have never been so insulted in my life.
How are you gonna pay for this?
Well, I've got these lottery tickets. Oh, lady chasing!
That was pretty enjoyable. Screaming and yelling.
He is very good at finding locations, finding extras, making the phone calls, and again, doing what needs to be done to get the professional product out there.
Goodbye, Angel.
All right, everybody, drop your weapon. Drop your. I told you to get on me. I'll slap your ass.
More recently, he shares the title of official in-house graphic design artist with DeMarcus Young. Ah, DeMarcus.
What's really hood, man?
Another wonderfully insane individual, responsible for most of Ponderous Productions' cover art and posters from 2005 to the present time.
Cool guy. Super cool guy.
Ruby has to go out, or, yeah, I'm sorry, DeMarcus, you're Ruby. You have to leave.
DeMarcus is one of the most talented graphic designers I have seen. He's a terrific artist. He's helped us with animation.
If you don't advertise with the 23, you're a communist.
I'd put his creative design and artistic abilities up against anybody else in the industry.
My name's Marcus Young. I'm on the set of X-Files 2, and I'm doing the role of Fox Mulder.
DeMarcus became a part of the Ponderous Productions in 2000 when he played a small role as a thug in a special edition of the original 1998 film Tag. DeMarcus holds the honor of being the only character and actor to appear in every single Ponderous production in some form or another.
And how long am I supposed to tell Donovan that this business is going to take?
It'll be finished when I'm finished.
Come on, Ruby, let's go.
And I think it gets down to the essence of filmmaking. You know, you want to tell a story. You want to tell your story, and you know, the funny thing is when you don't have the money to pull it off, you've got your determination, your love of the art form, and you know, you're wanting to be true to the story.
During production of Shadow Dragon in 2005, Amanda Nutting came on board as associate producer and assistant editor.
Brett was kind enough to teach me how to edit And then later on I asked for my first production, and he handed it over.
In addition to producing, Ms. Nutting also plays the character of Tara in their Ponderous universe. She has also played other memorable characters as Leslie Emerson in Tag and White and Black, Sarah in After the Day.
Oh, God damn it!
Hi.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Where the f you been?
Oh, I went to go get cigarettes.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I got some though. Did you want one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're out here.
And how could we ever forget the role of Hottie in second to last Worst Day of My Life?
What'd she do?
She snorted salt.
It's only salt, baby.
No.
It's only salt.
Stick a needle in my heart. Stick a needle in my heart. I'm gonna die.
I suppose the sequel to that would be third to last Worst Day of My Life. Of course, a prequel would be probably called The Worst Day of My Life. Or would it be a sequel to the prequel, a prequel to the sequel, or some other kind of obsequious name that we can't even begin to figure out? Bloody movies. Very good question, I think. In 2008, Amanda Nutting completed her first short film, The Fear.
Quite honestly, she made me a little jealous because she excels. She is much more experienced and much more of a filmmaker than I ever was at her age. She proved herself as a terrific cinematographer. She understood lighting. She understood suspense. And she'll be doing every one of our horror films from here on out, except Serial Rabbit, because that's not really a horror franchise. But
now, as with any good film, a production staff must have someone responsible for props and set construction. Enter Sergio Cantu. And let me tell you, he can too! What a terrible pun!
Sergio is best defined by his laugh.
Okay, what's the question?
Once you hear his laugh, I think you get a perfect idea of who and what Sergio is. But his resume says he's a prop master.
I love Sergio. Everything that he has brought into the Ponderous Productions set designs and everything he has brought to the actors are fully functional. He's a little obsessive compulsive, so of course they're in perfect condition, and he doesn't settle for anything less. He's a great guy, a great, wonderful guy.
He will go above and beyond the call of duty to make that set, make that prop, make that curtain, make that wall absolutely perfect and match the mind's eye to what comes out on film.
That, what was I saying? What was I?
If you've seen any Ponderous film from 2006 till present, you've seen Sergio's work. Whether they are detective badges created in a matter of minutes with black cardboard and plastic badges brought from the dollar store, a pizza delivery boy uniform, or the amazing rabbit head, designed from scratch from Sir Rabbit 3 Splitting Hairs, Sergio has delivered amazing and remarkably believable props that help boost the production value of every Ponderous film graced with his work.
Oh wow, I'm not going to make it into behind the scenes because I'm always left out of those.
Rounding out the principal staff of Ponderous is executive producer Jake Yechmanek. That's what I said. Whether it's rounding up horses for a western, collecting a crowd of concert goers, Jake has proven himself as a dependable and qualified producer, first making an appearance as a vampire in Bad Mojo Project.
Only 5 of us showed up. Therefore, of the 5 of us that did show up, we each got a featured fight sequence with one of the vampire hunters. And it was totally awesome, and I was hooked.
And then accepting a smaller supporting role in Ballerina, Jake knew very quickly he wanted to be a part of the Ponderous family.
Jake came on board not too long ago, but he proved himself very quickly. He was able to make the process of shooting Serial Rabbit 3 a pleasurable experience, whereas the other 2 Serial Rabbit films were just disasters for me. I hated every moment of them. He made them fun, and he made the experience enjoyable again.
He is devoted, and he is the guy that gets the job done, no matter what it takes.
It's like a grizzly bear and a teddy bear put together.
He is devoted 110% to Ponderous. He believes in Ponderous, and we believe in him.
Of course, What list of Ponderous elite members would be complete without myself, the lovable and adorable Admiral, and of course the Ponderous mascot, Bogey.
Flak jackets, wear your vest. I'm back from a viaje in the Southern and the Valle. I'm loaded and posted.
A faithful and loyal German-Australian Shepherd mix that was rescued from the Denver, Colorado Humane Society after he had been arrested for loitering.
Bogey's my buddy. Bogey's one of the more talented actors we've worked with.
Bogey pops up and does cameos in just about every single film.
Whether we planned it or not.
Yeah, right. Whether it's planned or not.
Oh, shit.
He is an Australian mix, and with that in him, he herds our actors. We have an annual Ponderous Thanksgiving in which somewhere under one of the tables, Bogey is lying in wait to make sure that nobody leaves, at least not intoxicated, to make sure that he's getting full attention. He's very photogenic and knows it.
An actor in his own right, Bogey has made appearances in several Ponderous films, his first being the 1998 version of Tag.
And you, take care of the cat.
His breakout role as Detective Lance Peterson's cocaine-addicted dope-sniffing dog in Barrio Angels.
Come on, Bogey. Oh, shit. I think your dog just OD'd, man.
Bogey usually only acts like that when he's at a whiff of the good shit.
And the completely apathetic house dog in After the Day.
Holy crap, dude, you're... Jesus Christ, man, you wanna...
There's a scene in Shadow Dragon where I'm taking Bogey out of Lance's apartment and taking him to a car. And continuity is very important in a film. And Bogey, on the first take, came out and made this particular turn as I closed the door and continued to march on. I remember thinking at that time, oh, this is never going to match in post because he's never going to do the same thing again. We shot that same shot 7 or 8 times, and he made that exact same turn every time.
How sad. I think the dog got more accolades in the documentary than the executive producer. Ponderous Productions has had a long history behind it, and an even longer future ahead of it. I hope this short documentary has helped you gain a better understanding of Ponderous and the people involved with it. Of course, it didn't help me one bit. I'm still confused about how they're able to make movies with nothing but a few jars of pickles.
We do not packle.
But they are the most creative production company in town, and if creativity and imagination can do anything, it's give a man with a jar of pickles the ability to make amazingly entertaining commercials, music videos, and motion pictures.
We do not pickle. Okay, let me try this one more time.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining me. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a stack of sliced cucumbers and ranch dressing on the craft services table I've been eyeing ever since I got here. Not exactly a pickle, but it will have to do. You! Yes, you! Did you just double dip that carrot? My God, man, are you no manners? Come over here when I'm picking you. Yes, I'm
We do not package pickles.
What was your first experience with them?
You mean like sexually, or?
If your dream is to be in films or an actor or production or whatever, you've got to do it full force. You've got to do 100%. The hobby thing just doesn't work with this business. You've got to give up everything. You've got to give up making a lot of money, having a regular job. You've got to give up the money-making job to do something you enjoy so you can have potential to make money later. Because in the beginning of this, you're probably not going to make any money, but you will always love it.
Like I always say, you know, the best job for you is one who is the job that you wouldn't mind doing for free.
And just like my dad always said, do something you love or don't do it at all.
That didn't sound too gay, did it?